How to determine which techniques you use for self-defense. So basically, have a look at real fights. Now, not match fighting, but real fights in terms of kickoffs outside a nightclub, kickoffs outside a takeaway, kickoffs where there's been a road rage incident, this type of stuff. And just have a look at your syllabus and have a look at what of that fits into what you've seen across these different videos. I'm not a big fan of looking at those videos. I don't really like them, but it's a necessary evil for the job. We know that hand strikes, a lot of boxing works, not the jab. I've explained that in the very first video on this page, so on this channel, so I'm not going to go into that here. Some judo throws work quite well. Anything that avoids us willingly going to the ground, anything that allows us to get the person off us to get back up is good. Have a strip down of your syllabus. I say, okay, what here has got the highest percentage of working in a real fight? Of those techniques that have got a high percentage of working in a real fight, strip that down into 3, 4, maybe 5 at a push of the techniques that you enjoy using. Will this work on a wide range of human beings? So regardless of height, weight, build, is this going to work on that human being? The ones that have the highest percentage of, yep, this is going to work against most people, that's going to work against most people, that's a move I can personally do. I can use that technique myself. We're going to drill it over and over. So this is the stuff to look at of what you need to take and what you need to be using for your self-defense. So also take into account, is it going to work in a crowded space? So if I'm rammed in waiting to get served at the bar, if I'm rammed in a full to capacity lift, what type of clothing am I wearing? Do I have the range of movement in my hips and my shoulders to utilize these throws or kicks? Do I have to reevaluate what I'm doing because of what the other person's wearing? So if your go-to move is, I just headbutt the guy, great. What if the guy you're arguing with is a motorcycle rider and he's got a full face crash helmet on? Are you going to headbutt him? No, I would hope not. So you need another technique. We go for palm strikes because clenched fists, there's a good chance you're going to break your hand. Palm strikes, you're not going to break your hand. Clenched fist, it's going to draw blood, probably, and it doesn't look good if you're being filmed, which is an unfortunate thing, but it's modern society. You're probably going to be filmed, and we then have to justify the techniques we used. So there's a whole bunch of stuff on how we determine what self-defense techniques we're going to use. So what is your favorite self-defense technique to use? If you haven't used it, or if you haven't been taught it by someone who has used it, maybe don't open yourself to anything on the internet with it. Don't say, I like the look of that, if you've never seen it used. If you do like the look of it, pop in the comments that you like the look of it, but you've never used it. I will then say if I think it would be effective, and I will say if it won't be effective, if it will, I will tell you why I think it will or it won't. Simple as that. Again, it's only my opinion, but my opinion comes from years of working as a bouncer, years of training and studying legitimate self-defense stuff under people who have used it worldwide. It comes from years of working security, and I will explain to you why I think it will, not just, I don't like that, I do this. I'll explain to you why I think it would have the best chance of working or why I think it won't work, and I'll explain the pitfalls of that technique. If I can explain to you why I think it won't work, it allows us to then look at other techniques and go, well, how many of this list does that technique tick? And the more things off the list of why it won't work that shares, I know that won't work either. So hopefully that's what we can get going with this video in the comment section. Again, any questions, comments, queries, or suggestions, let me know.